Today we're in Salisbury, New Hampshire, looking at an Energy Star house, 5-star rating, with Rouleen Williams and Al Rossetto, her builder enabler. Rouleen, you built this house with Al's help.
Yes.
And earlier we were talking about the biggest challenges you faced, and you said one of the biggest challenges was the design process.
Well, I've owned the land since 1988. The reason that I bought that land is because it had this spectacular site on it, and I could envision myself living here. I loved that it had this spectacular view. I thought that I could have a house that could be built right into the hillside and look like it belonged on the site.
And you said your other key priorities were you wanted a real energy efficient house with low maintenance,
right,
and good indoor air quality.
Yes.
Why don't we go inside and see how you achieved all that?
Okay.
Wow, so this is a neat long entryway.
Exactly.
How were you thinking about this?
The doors, I just wanted to disappear. I wanted to look like a paneled wall when you came in, just very inviting, like a long hallway to get you into the main room.
And it's a really nice main room down here. This living space is really inviting.
Yes.
It is a beautiful view. So I see you've got splayed openings here around the window. Is that to let more light in, or what's going on? This is a really thick wall.
We decided to use ICF all the way up.
So what we tried to do was minimize the amount of windows so that we could keep it in the budget, but increase their visual size.
Okay.
And by splaying the window out like that, it lets more light in because obviously it's not being blocked by the walls on the side, and it allowed us to have a panoramic view without having panoramic windows all the way around, which would have broke the budget.
And it makes the windows seem bigger on the inside because the opening is bigger. Well, let's have a look at this kitchen. This is a really neat looking space.
It is a fabulous kitchen.
So are they custom cabinets, or?
They are stock cabinets.
And did you install those as well, or?
No, we had, my daughter had an installer that works with her to put those in, so that was pretty precise.
You did install this cork floor, though.
Yes.
And those are
Very
cork.
comfortable to walk on. You're limited when you have radiant heat, what you can use. There's no nails in this floor anywhere, so these are glue down. Again, very soft to walk on, and works really well with the radiant heat.
Great. So tell me what kind of finish this is on this cork floor. It looks like a dark stain. How did you pull that off?
It's actually natural. That's a natural color that the cork comes in. I wanted it dark to match the cabinetry in here.
Looks like that right out of the box.
Right out of the box, did nothing to it.
And it's a lot different than the cork that you have in your bedroom, which is a light sort of mottled color.
The one in the bedroom looks more like tree bark, which is the way that it comes right off the tree.
So what other kind of work did you do on this house?
We laid the blocks, the ICF blocks, stacked those up like Legos. I was able to help with the radiant heat, lay the tubing throughout the house
floor.
to do that. Did a lot of work on the insulation. Did all of the electrical boxes and tucked the wiring into the insulation.
So you did the structure, you did the plumbing, you did the wiring, you did the flooring.
Right. Had no idea that I could do any of that stuff.
So, why on earth would you go through all that trouble when you can just hire someone else to do it?
Well, actually, I couldn't afford to hire somebody to do that amount of work. I wouldn't have had this kind of a house if I wasn't able to build and help as much as I did. Al impressed me very early on that the house is an energy system. And the more work that you do, the more detail that you put into it, and the attention to detail to make sure that it's done correctly, the more efficient the house will be. And I can tell you that this house is very pleasant to live in. It's just wonderful.
Great. And so, at the end of the day, was it worth it for you?
It sure was. It's been fabulous. I didn't think that I could build a house. But Al said I could.
And I was right.